Oh, hello. So excited to be here live for the full moon in Libra. It's our final super moon in a trilogy, like three super moons this year. Here we go. I'm just going to share this to my personal page. If anybody would like to share this out to Lightworker pages, do it for me. I am like just wanting to make sure I get this out to kind of my people. So give me a second. And we are going to be using the full moon or the moon deck that I just got. I'm super, super excited about this. I really, really like this one. Let me just share to a couple of my groups because I love sharing in my groups. That way people are getting like notified of certain so I'll share into there. Those are just a couple of my groups that I love to share into. So we're done. So share away if you're jumping on and you have a favorite group that's all about spirituality or moon cycles. You know, this is a full moon in Libra card reading, and the full moon in Libra, I like the full moons in Libra, and it's not because my moon sign is Libra, but my sun sign is. So I think I just really resonate with the energy that comes with that full moon being in the house of Libra, and so that's kind of nice. I'm more calm usually during a full moon in Libra than any other full moons, and we have two of them coming up, like this one and next month, so it's kind of cool. It's really nice actually. So I've got like an amazing ritual planned for this full moon in Libra. I'm taking into some traditions from the holiday, the holy day that is also happening today, and everybody else knows it as the spring equinox. Hi Caitlin, hello. So it's kind of, I'm excited about this ritual. It's later on today, 4 p.m. Pacific, but it's the kind of ritual that it's almost better to just do it as a replay, you know, and take advantage of it when it's like nighttime, the moon is out, wherever you're at. So let me know if anybody wants any information on that. It's in the Moon Goddess Tribe group that I run, that I have available as a membership community. So it's only $22 to join in, which is great. It goes to help me out. It goes to help my partner out. That helps out with the new moon excitement happening in 2 weeks. So let's do some cards. Caitlin, let me know if you'd like a card. She says she's trying Reiki for the first time today. Awesome. Like receiving Reiki, I really feel like the beginning of my spiritual journey happened, and then I didn't even realize it was happening. You know, that was in 2012. And it was in, 2016 that I got Reiki for the first time. And it really like, you know, any sort of energy work is really going to speed you up in your intentions of fulfilling your life purpose and getting in alignment with what your soul wants. So Caitlin, that's awesome. So Mia, let's get you a card, and then I'm sure Caitlin will want a card, but just let me know. This is my new moon deck. So the cards are, oh, there's one. We'll just take that one that was kind of flying out there. The cards are a little like, they're less slippery. So this is beautiful. This is all about feminine energy, and you're going to see this when I turn the card over. It says, with focus and intention, I can shape energy in any direction. With focus and intention, I can shape energy in any direction. And even though we have two feminine beings here on the card, we are also seeing the yin and the yang, you know, the black and the white here in the background with this sort of beautiful, this is like the flower of life. So I really like this card. I love this deck. Hi, Margaret. I'm going to actually read more on it because I want to get to know these cards a little bit. With focus and intention, I can shape energy in any direction. And this one's for Mia. So let's go ahead and read a little bit more about this card. But this card is really telling you that you have the power. You do have the power to work with energy, to work with like this sort of vital force energy that's coming to us at every given moment. So this is information more for me on this card. This is the manifest card, actually, is what the book says. Manifest. It says energy has rhythm, frequency, and vibration. When we focus our intention with purposeful calm, our ability to shape energy is the desired direction is magnified. It says you're becoming more skilled at receiving and manifesting. This is good. This is good, Mia. I think Mia's a part of my moon group, and so we do a lot of manifesting rituals on the new moon, and we have for quite a while. So if she's taking part in that, this is working out. So it says anytime you exert force or doubt into the equation, equal force or doubt will push back. So be mindful of your thoughts and your words. The essence of what you're shaping is perfectly blooming. Remember also to leave room for an element of surprise to unfold. Graciously give and receive as you become a magnet energy shaper. Everything begins with an intention. So this is beautiful. This is telling you that even here in the full moon phase, you can still set out with intention. I know we always use the new moon as intention building sort of times, but right now with the full moon, you can set the intention. The full moon keywords here are all about, there's full moon is results. You're normally seeing some of the results from your intention setting 2 weeks prior, and all the hard work that you've been doing. So those results are finally showing up in this full moonlight. But also, the key words here is forgiveness and gratitude. So you really can shape that energy. If you want to have more gratitude in your life, this is a great time to begin a gratitude practice and just really kind of go forward with that energy. Let's see who else is. Hey, Ashley. Hello, Mama. Yes, Margaret. Spring has sprung. It's rainy today in my world, but that's okay because the springtime needs nurturing rain. So I'm going to go up and get Caitlin a card. Everybody, let me know if you want a card as you jump on. It's always nice to know I'm not invading any energy or space. Here's the card that flew out here. This one's Caitlin's card number 33. I like it when I can pay attention to those specific numbers. It says, I meet resistance with kindness. I meet resistance with kindness. Let me find this card here. And we can learn more about this. So this card's easy. This is a card that's talking about resistance. So resistance is a sign often that change is happening or wants to happen. So when you feel resistance towards a certain goal, towards a certain thing that you maybe have been working on, there's a couple of reasons it could be. Sometimes it means there's not enough energy alignment. So this is kind of what this is talking about. Resistance is often a sign that a change is happening. So maybe a change in the other direction. Whether we actively call it into our lives or it current sweeps us under, change can sometimes feel uncomfortable. If you've hit a wall of resistance, know that this is not the time to quit. This is a powerful moment that is asking you to grow, breathe, remain calm, remain centered. The other side is very close at hand. Allow yourself to expand into possibility, even if there are a few growing pains along the way. This is exactly where your personal and spiritual practices play a vital role in supporting you. So this is for Caitlin. Recall similar moments in the past and how things had a way of working out. Your prior self has gone through so much to get you here. Trust her and remember your tools. So I immediately, I'm trying to keep my intuition open as I'm using these cards, all while at the same time keeping myself really shielded because I have a lot of readings to do later today and a ritual. I know, I'm like, should I go live? Should I not go live? But immediately I'm hearing the resistance, especially because Caitlin came on and she said she was receiving Reiki. So any sort of resistance or if you have any questions, get them all out in the open about what's going to go on before you start. Talk to your Reiki practitioner. This was the biggest thing for me, was the little kind of not like an interview beforehand, but it's almost like we had a little mini chat session beforehand about what my questions were, what the intentions were. I know after I received Reiki a few times, and that will lower your resistance to receiving the vital force energy from another person, because the first time you receive Reiki, if you've never received it before, it's like new. Okay. And and when something is new, sometimes we're automatically, as a way of like shielding ourselves and guarding it, we're just a little resistant to it. So meet that resistance here today with kindness and just openness for the process. So that's like a really important message there for Caitlin. Absolutely. So I'm gonna come up here. No problem, Mia. I appreciate you jumping on. Margaret says it's still really chilly up north, but does that mean the sun is out? Yeah, Caitlin, threes all over the place. So look up what threes are, what the angel numbers for threes. So I'm just gonna go down. I've got just a few people on. So let's get Iris one. I think Iris, I think this might be the first time I've ever read for you, so you'll have to let me know. But let's get Iris a moon card. This is my new moon deck. Well, it's not just about the new moon. It's my newly acquired moon deck. That was really odd card grammar. So this is for Iris. And by the way, anybody that's watching this reading, if I'm unable to draw a card for you, because I am working on a certain time frame of being able to do cards, this whole reading has messages for everybody. And if you do want a little personal reading with these cards, you'll have to let me know. I love this deck. It's one of my brand new decks that I went on a deck frenzy of buying for myself last month. So Iris, you got card number 44. So we're pulling out another of these duplicate numbers, which is really kind of cool. The last one was card number 33. So there's angels all around talking to us, and this is very specifically a message for us as a group. So card number 44. So this is, I free myself from critical thoughts towards my body and my worth. So this is all about our worth. This is all about how we feel about ourselves. And you know what? The full moon in Libra is really all about the focus this month with the full moon in Libra is about ourselves. It's about going in and reassessing how we're feeling about ourselves, really returning to this point of balance within ourselves. And then Libra is all about great harmonious relationships. So don't worry, next month in April, we have another full moon in Libra, and we'll get to all that. That's going to be the energy for next month. So this one's really important for everybody. But again, this is for Iris. I'm going to scroll down and see if she's on. It says we're all perfect and flawed at once. To deny this is to deny the experience of being fully alive. Although we all share this truth, we tend to be the hardest on ourselves and may have developed a fierce inner critic. This voice has power. Do not banish it. Instead, teach this voice to be more uplifting and supportive. Super important. I love this part. This is important for all of us. I know that there's a lot of talk about how we want to eradicate the ego or get rid of the ego. You cannot. The ego is part of the journey here in the human body and the human experience, but it's about helping the ego to start talking to you in a way that's more productive for your journey and for you, and for how you're feeling about yourself. So these are what we're talking about. You're learning to dance. Like, the thing about it is we all start this dance with the ego leading. So the ego is the lead. It's like the one in charge. We start that, and when we turn to realizing, more that we're in charge and we're the creator, and we even have this internal sort of, gosh, I'm getting so into this term, this Christ consciousness, the Sophia Christ consciousness, just all this stuff that you really are this beautiful presence within yourself. Well, it's time to start teaching the ego. It's time to start leading in that dance of how we talk to ourselves in the times that we're like in our most stressed out moment. These are not the times that we normally probably we are all really good about talking to ourselves in an uplifting way, but then there's always those times. So it says, notice when a negative thought sneaks in and choose to think differently. I even heard here mindful breathing. This is probably especially for me because I'm doing that quite a bit right now. So take a few moments and choose to think differently. As you free yourself from unhealthy thought patterns, tune into what your real needs are. Okay, so it's not just about stopping that thinking. It's about taking an extra second and tuning into what you really, really do need. What's that cry for help? because the ego's here to protect us, I'm hearing. And so honestly, it's overprotecting this like inner smaller cry for help, like your inner child potentially, or just like the stiller, smaller voice that's within all of us. So we have to pay attention to that. So that's what we want to do. So it says, as you free yourself, let's see. Yes, as you free yourself from those unhealthy thought patterns, take a moment to tune in to what your real needs truly are. Recognize your desire to be loved and know that you're worthy beyond measure. Like any devoted practice, the retraining of your mental habits craves consistency. Continue showing up for yourself with kindness and compassion. Your inner critic is ready to transform into a more loving and productive voice in your life. So there's like, this book is so amazing. I mean, there's there's like more you can go into. So this is what I'm saying is, if you guys desire a personal card reading from this deck, I'll just open it up because I love doing sales and promotions. I have a little bit of free time in my schedule upcoming, so I'd rather fill that with doing card readings. I'll do a 3-card reading for $11 from this deck. So it's that double-digit number. Yay. People can get some really good deal readings. But I'm going to close that out after the weekend because I just can't keep it going forever. So if you want, and then I'll go into this whole meditation that you guys can have attached to that. And if you got a card today, let me know because I can include a little bit of that. You have to remember your card because I will not. I will not. So hi, Charlene. I hope you're still here. I'm just seeing you said you could pop in for a minute. Hi, Deb. Hi, Super Worm Equinox Full Moon in Libra. There's the emoji, said it all. Say that 5 times fast. So let's see. I'm going to scroll up and see if I can get other people. Ashley, I want to get you a card. Ashley is one of my, I'd say she's like one of my good Facebook friends. We have so much in common. We've never met. I mean, the only thing we don't have in common is I don't think Ashley has any kids, but we have so much of other stuff in common that I'm all like, whoa, you know, it's really beautiful when you make these synchronistic friendships via Facebook. So let's get Ashley a card. And then we'll see. This is for, so I have 2 Ashleys on here. I want to get both Ashleys a card. Did I already get Ashley Vega a card? Holy crap, is my friend Ashley still on here? So this one specifically is for, let me know if you're on here. So this is for Ashley Long, but I'm going to do another Ashley card unless I already did one. See, this is how quickly, I'm psychic, but this is how quickly I freaking forget everything. It's because there's a lot of energy on these live streams. If you get a personal card reading from me, I'm not quite like this. Yes, you're still there. Okay, I didn't get a card for you. So this one's for Ashley Long. Look, there's 2 out here. So let's see. This one's for Ashley Long, and then we'll use this other one for Ashley Vega. So Ashley, the first Ashley, Ashley Long. This is Movement Awakens Your Creative Spirit. Movement awakens your creative spirit. So we didn't get a double digit on this one. This one's 27. That's okay. There's a lot of cards in here that need to come out. So I love this card already. You can see this beautiful woman holding this huge, full, bright moon. So automatically right now, without even going into the book, you're supposed to go outside tonight and definitely do like a moon dance tonight, Ashley. So this is a big deal. Like, go outside. Heck, everybody, all of us can do it. It might be a little cloudy maybe in my area, but you know what? The intention is to go out there and be blessed by the moon. And the moon creates waves as far as the tide goes, even on a cloudy day. So, I mean, like, just because you can't see the moon doesn't mean it's not there. So let's read this one. Let's read. It says, Movement awakens my creative spirit. Movement awakens our creative potential and our primal essence. I love Buddha yoga right now. Like, girl, I don't know if there's Buddha yoga in your area, because Ashley doesn't live necessarily in my area, the one that I'm doing the reading for right now. But oh my gosh, yeah. It's a deep-rooted aspect of our womanly nature and acts as a superfood. This is movement we're talking about. It acts like a superfood for our emotional, mental, and physical well-being. Absolutely, hands down, I totally believe that. Your body dances with the song of your soul when you move and flow. So breathe deep, sweat your intentions, and empty out so you can let more in. Recognize that stagnation is, I would say, recognize stagnation and know that your body wants to move, and avoid this signal. And it can lead to this buildup of stagnation can lead to depression or stress, actually building up in your body, in your emotions, and in your mental field. Movement flushes out the tension. It draws clarity and confidence to the surface. You'll feel more self-reliant and generate more connected core energy. Replenish your magic and clear your head. Your body is your home and movement is your medicine. I love it. So it's like, it really is. I mean, honestly, I can't believe I spend so much of my time, recently, like when I'm pregnant, not going and moving my body and working. I mean, you're just like so miserable. So finally, when I'm back into it, I can attest absolutely that if I don't get out there and I don't do something to move my body, I'm a lot more stressed. This can be anything. This can be like just yoga. It doesn't have to be dance necessarily. But I am feeling for Ashley in particular, it is going out there and just dancing a wild moon dance. And if you're bold, the fewer the clothing, the less the clothing, the better. I mean, why not? Okay, so let's do this other card for the other Ashley. So the other Ashley here, look at this mysterious card. We're at number 28. This is, I trust the mystery of life. I trust the mystery of life. So let's read more about this one. This one is also, it's a really beautiful card. I actually have ravens that live by me, so I really like this card because they're always out in the full moonlight. Okay, so this says, the unknown can sometimes be unsettling. Even when we prep and plan, the future is unpredictable. I know, Ashley's feeling this today. She's got a big deal happening in her personal life. I'm not going to talk about it, but it's a big deal. We can all send her some love and support for this big deal. So we realize that the mystery of the, let's see, let me make sure I'm reading this. When we realize that the mystery is the magic of life, filled with fertile possibility, we can approach it with trust rather than fear. So there's a whole reason, okay? The point, I mean, let's just get into like some deeper sort of stuff. The point is to have things be mysterious. Like, the reason why we forget everything when we come to these lifetimes here is because if we knew we were going to meet some people that we had some shitty karma with in the past, for example, this is like expanding from Ashley's reading here, but if we knew what everything was going to be about, like we were going to have to repay that karma, we wouldn't even go and get into that relationship. We'd be like, oh no, I know we have some karma to play out, so I'm going to avoid you as much as possible. So we wouldn't have these experiences in our life. We wouldn't be actually able to heal. So mystery is there for a purpose, right from straight up from the beginning. Now this can be frustrating for people like myself, where I feel like it took me like 33 years or so. I like that number. I'm going to figure out what year I actually turned 33, but it took me about that long to figure out what my gifts were, okay? And then it took a few more years even, and I'm just barely getting into that to realize what my purpose in this lifetime is, because my gifts and my purpose, guys, they can be two different things. It's nice when we can go like this with them and make them work all like super seamlessly. So when you have instances in your present life, I'm just bringing this full circle, like for Ashley now, bring it back, and you don't know how things are going to work out, you don't know what's going to happen, you don't know why this particular thing maybe is occurring, you just have to let go and say, hey, there's a greater purpose for it. There's a greater purpose for everything. And the knowing is not the point. It's just the trust. So let's keep going and see what else this card says. The raven here. The raven has arrived to remind you to trust the mystery, the unknown realm, and the deep inquiry. She is a bird of mysticism and magic, birth and death, shadow and light, and the messenger between them all. Oh, I love my ravens now. I thought like I was kind of Edgar Allan Poe-ish, and this is nice. Let go and surrender so that your energy can flow more freely and your ability to trust can expand. So this full moon energy is really good because, all right, I know it's a great time to show up fully, but right here, especially if we're talking in the days coming up after the full moon, when the moon starts to go down in size, it starts to go into its waning phase. That's a really great time here. I'm hearing to like start surrendering and releasing things. So you can look at what you really have, things that are showing up in your life right now. Look at what you want to be starting to release and work with that over the next like week or so after the full moon. So let go and surrender so that your energy can flow more freely and your ability to trust can expand. You don't have to fix, solve, or have all the answers today. The magical mystery and innocent wonder of life is something to celebrate rather than to fear. I love all this. Ashley says she'll take that card too. So let me see here. Yeah. So there's a lot. The movement's going to help you work some of that stress and tension. Ashley, Miss Ashley Long here. I'm going to scroll back and see what other comments I have from the other Ashley, but the movement's going to help you work that out too. But yeah, trusting that there is a purpose that you're not supposed to be on vacation this week. So you don't even know what might have been going on in that area. And maybe your guardian angel was here like saying you need to avoid going on vacation. So anywho, let me see. I like lose track of the time. Okay, I can do one more card. So, my beautiful friend Deb, she says personal readings for me are so worth it. I love you, Deb. I would pick you if I wasn't going to record your reading right after this. So, I'll just throw down and make sure like you get like extra goodness in it for that. That's a lot of love. I love you. So I'm just going to go the very last person that commented, Lucky Jess, and find out if you want a card. Let's do Pamela, and then also see if Jess wants a card just to finish it out there. So let's do Pamela. Ashley Vegas. Ashley says, right on point, Mama. Thank you. Yeah, there's a lot. I haven't even responded to your text message from yesterday, so I need to, because there's a lot. Like, there's a lot of like, oh my gosh, what's going on, and not like why it's happening, but I was right there with you a year ago. We're having an inside private conversation. So let's go ahead and get Pamela's card. I'm going to take a sip to reset. And then if Jess is on, we'll do one more after that, and that'll be my last one. So here's a couple cards that popped out. So I go with the middle one when it's a set of 3. So this card is for Pamela. It says, I love this card, card number 32. Let me get, I almost turned right to it. So this is the rebirth card, this beautiful snake. So the snakes remind me of a lot of good things. They're not like creepy and scary. I'm not really a fan of snakes in my life. If I saw one out there, I'd be like, whoa, totem animal that's coming to me. Stay there. But snakes are an amazing signification of energy, that kundalini energy that's within all of us. It's like it's the symbol of a serpent. But they also you have snakes in your dreams. They carry a lot of meaning. So this snake here is telling you, it's talking about rebirth. It says, I shed habits that hinder my truth. I release and renew. And so again, more of this beautiful full moon energy is giving the forgiveness, releasing things that aren't serving you. And a lot of it with this new moon in Libra or full moon in Libra, guys, is forgiving yourself. So that's something that's a big point that I'll talk about here. And then we'll read on this card a little bit. Is honestly, that's so very important when we're focused on ourselves with this energy of Libra being like, okay, let's get ourselves in balance, and then we can assess our relationships next month with the full moon in Libra in April. So right now it's okay. So tune into yourself. See, I hate when I get distracted. That's the forgiveness. See who have you been holding a grudge towards? So you're not forgiving them for them. But the people that you hold, that you need to forgive the most, that are causing the most stress, it's the most stress in your life, okay? It's not stress in their life usually, unless you live with them and you like literally make their life miserable every single day. But I'm just telling you, energetically, you just work on it with yourself. You don't have to contact them. You work on whatever part that you had in the situation. This is what you can shed and release. And again, more of that can be continuing to be done even after the full moon, as the moon is getting smaller, because it's releasing energy, so we can follow along with that. So it says here, the card, going back here, this is for Pamela. When we've outgrown our old skin, we can shed the layers that no longer serve us. Certain habits reach an expiration date, giving us an opportunity to be renewed. Sometimes we're swept up by the motivation to change, and other times we resist letting go. Snake is here to encourage you to shed, release, and renew. So anybody, if snakes show up in your dreams, it's all about shedding, releasing, and renewing. The snake sheds its skin quite often. I'm not a snakeologist. I don't know how often, but it's pretty often. Okay, like I think it's cooler for me. I would much rather find that snake skin on the trail and be like, oh, thank you for leaving me this message without making me afraid of the hike that I'm on, for example. So it's really cool if you can hang on, grab that snake skin and keep it like as a little totem for yourself. Somebody's better message me and tell me when they find a snake skin soon. Okay, so this snake is here to encourage you to shed, release, and renew. Very beautiful. She represents transformation, primal energy. Remember this Kundalini life force energy and life force, which we all need cyclically. We all need to cyclically shed for true regeneration. So this is also for all the ladies on. I think everybody's a lady. This is also why it's really powerful to actually honor your full feminine cycle, monthly cycle, and not like hate certain areas of it or like so not look forward to certain parts of it that you actually put up this resistance to the energy and the magic that's supposed to happen. And I know there's a lot of women that have the suffering around that, like actual pain and intensity. And I'm opening up this exploration, and we're doing it in my moon group. I'm going to announce it soon. So there's a lot that's going to be amazing happening in my moon group, guys. But I really want to start working with women and talking and say, hey, when you stop resisting that time of the month, does it actually help with the physical pain after some period of time? So it's so interesting that I think it might. We can see if I'm right. Maybe I'm crazy, but I want to see. So, let go of habits, stories, behaviors, or relationships that hinder your truth so you can experience an increased life force. If you hold on too tightly, they'll pollute the present. Your past has made you stronger and served its purpose. Yet, now it can serve you on a new and more aligned pathway. Trust that it is safe to shed and have a fresh start. So beautiful. Okay, I'm going to do just one last card for Jess. And it fell out right there. So thank you. I didn't have a lot of time to shuffle. I appreciate for everybody who's joined in and led the energy towards these cards as well. But I'll try to read as many cards as I can in the future and just pop onto my live streams again. Because it's really just about showing up for him. I don't do them as often either, so it's like we really have to work together. So this is courage for Jess. This is the courage card. I am courageous, steady, and strong. When we awaken to the power of our own courage and strength, this is a beautiful card. I just love the way this lion has like the diamonds down the third eye. When we awaken to the power of our own courage and strength, we're more in tune with our purpose. We feel freedom and confidence in our voice, allowing very little to deviate our mission. Lions carry a regal beauty combined with resilient power. And also on the tarot card, that's the strength card, there's a lion on it as well. So this symbolism goes deeper than just this oracle deck with as far as courage. So if you need more courage, I'm hearing you go out there and you roar like a lion to the full moon. Okay, it takes a lot of courage to do that, Like, I don't even know. I mean, I live almost out in the wilderness and I'd still be like intimidated by it. But you go out there and you invoke the lion presence within you under the light of the full moon, and it's going to show up for you. You're going to actually bring that into your sort of energy. That's not in the book. That's me telling you to go out there and roar. So this is for Jess. The lions carry a regal beauty combined with resilient power. They're excellent hunters who have learned the art of patience and timing with an ability to overcome challenges. Lion is here to remind you that you're a rare and powerful beauty capable of achieving anything you choose with strong and steady courage. This may also be a call to embody a specific role of leadership in your life. Pause to feel what is true for you. Whenever you lack courage or feel emotionally depleted, channel the mighty regal lion to regain your deep inner roar. So yeah, like I really feel like even going out there and channeling it is like through actually using your fifth chakra and vocalizing it. It's really beautiful. So I'm going to have to jump off. Hi, Sheila. It's good to see you. You'll have to catch the replay. And Dana, I'm sorry I'm not able to do any more cards. I have a really packed schedule doing readings. But if you would like a reading, anybody out there, I'm doing a promotion on this moon card deck, 3 cards, and there's a whole page that I don't read you here. There's a ritual that goes along with each card. Okay, I can't do it all on here. I want to, but for $11 you can take advantage. Normally my lowest price reading is $33. So it's a video recorded reading. I just send you a video with your 3 cards. We don't have to meet up. So if anybody wants one, this can be really beautiful to go along with just what are specific intentions for you for this full moon period. We have tonight is the first night of the full moon. Tomorrow is also a really potent night. If you're in another like neck of the woods, it might have been last night and tonight. So like a whole nother country I'm talking. So pay attention to the full moon execution date, where you're at, what hemisphere you're at, and all that fun jazz. So I wrote something down from my reading the other day. That's really important, and I wanted to tell it to you guys. I'm probably going to talk about it in my group a little bit later, and if you want to be part of that full moon ritual later today, happening at 4 p.m. Pacific in my Moon Goddess tribe, just let me know. Send me a message. It's $22 to join that group, lifetime membership. We do rituals on the new moon and the full moon, and I'm going to be you're basically going to be my pilot students. It's a good sized group, like 300 people, not like huge, but you're going to be my pilot students for learning more about the cyclical nature of women and how we can really hone into that, and how it's reflected by the moon as well. So this is awesome. But here's the quote. It says, "When you forgive, you release the karma." So when you forgive a person in this lifetime, I was talking about that pretty deeply with a couple of people and a couple of cards that came up, you release the karma so you don't have to go into that next lifetime and do it again, like draw the same karmatic experiences to you with polarities that are slightly different so lessons can be learned. Okay, so if we just forgive in this lifetime, truly forgive ourselves, forgive the other person, forgive ourselves again sometimes maybe forgive the other person, but you just work on that continuously. You don't hold the grudge, you don't hold the resentment, you release the karma, and your next lifetime can be spent more fully in your purpose and less on karmatic crap from previous lifetimes. So love you guys. Thanks so much for sticking with me, for listening to this message. Do catch the replay. There's a lot of goodness for everybody. And have a great full moon. Bye.